7 o'clock, call this meeting to order. Stand for the pledge of allegiance.
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Have a roll call.
Here.
Right.
Where's
We must start from this end, Laura.
Sure. Laura Leroy, Gateway.
Jay Gann, State Security Committee Chair.
John J.P. Morbido, delegate, whatever.
I'll keep that.
Carol Hancock, GSCD.
That for the committee members.
Rich Glover, committee member.
CC Haas, co-chair.
Jerry Schiller, resident.
Do we have any public comment?
Nope.
First item. Approval of minutes. I did see one that I need a little clarification on. I think it's line 87. It says we recommended it was regarding a CPCA member regarding gatehouse roles and community communication. I thought that Jennifer was working with that.
She and I are working on that. Yes.
Okay, so it's still being worked. at this
Correct.
time. Okay, all right. That's all I have on that.
Okay.
Does anybody have any other questions, comments about the meeting minutes?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to do the disclaimer thing. We're using AI. I think we talked about this last month. We're using AI for the minutes. If you could just say your name. This is Laura. Before you talk, it's all going to show up as me because I'm logged in as myself. But if you could just say your name before you talk, that'll help because the minutes we pulled from the board meeting were awesome. And then if you make a motion, just say your name before you make the motion. Then if you could repeat it back at the end, say for a motion made by, seconded by, and then vote, and then just announce what it was. If it was approved unanimously, just say approved unanimously, and it'll pull all that in.
Okay, so I understand that AI, it takes a while for it to.
We have to train it. Yeah.
To train it.
So we're
to
trying
learn
to-
voices and names.
We're trying to be consistent for how we talk and present the stuff during the meeting. So that way it learns to listen for a name and then do the thing after.
All right.
Rich Glover, make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Ted Crawford, I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Shake hand, all in favor. Any opposed? Passes unanimous.
Motion by Rich, seconded by Ted, passes unanimously, which happens to be 5-0 today.
Okay.
All right. Financial.
Financial.
So as you can see, we're June, 3/4 of the way through the year, so 75%. You guys are negative in your budget, which we kind of figured that was gonna happen between the unbudgeted expenses and doing the road came in over budget. At this point, not concerned about it. You do have
Yeah.
reserves. You have sufficient reserves at this point to cover the shortage.
Big unknown in the year was the road project.
Correct.
Exactly what it's cost.
Yep, so as long as you guys pretty much stay, well, we're gonna have the signs also put us over because you opted to do them
Do them to get
this year instead
cleaned
of
up
next
this year.
year. But you have $291,000 in your reserves and right now you're only at 44,000 over budget.
Right.
So you should be fine.
And we'll try to minimize expenses for the rest of the year.
Unless there's something unexpected, I don't think there should be a problem because you guys,
There,
Um,
I know, there always is.
yeah.
I just learned of a paver pothole at the front that'll need to be repaired. It's a pothole in the paver at the front gate and it's breaking the paver. So I talked to Paul about that.
Okay. So again, I'm not concerned. We knew going into this that you were probably gonna be over budget this year, but you have sufficient reserves to cover what you're short this time.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
If we have a bad storm, bad hurricane, do we have monies available in there to cover anything we would need to do.
Oh, yeah, you guys have huge reserves for Pelican in general. You've got like $3.6 million sitting in your bank. So you have plenty of money. Not that we're gonna like spend it because it's there, but if, God forbid, something should happen, you definitely you have enough.
Okay,
to
good.
pull from.
Oh, that's John Morbito, by the
And
way.
and we do have insurance for a lot of your bigger things too, that'll help with some of that stuff. So, I mean,
Okay.
all of our assets inside of here are covered under insurance. Granted, there's deductibles, but we learned during Ian. So a lot of our expenses the last time were actually the streetlights, which will now not be our responsibility because they all belong to FPL. So that's huge.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Rich Glover, question on a general question on the budget. I just want to make sure it was followed through. I received a request from Sherry to code and sign $155 expense at the gate. And I forwarded it to Paul because I didn't think that was my line item of responsibility. I just want to make sure it was paid.
For what project?
Oh, well, it was,
Or is it
remember
just
when the arm was not level?
Oh, yeah.
It's all-
Okay, this is Laura. Yep. So the guardhouse called the wrong company.
Oh,
They called the old provider and not the new provider. But yeah, I saw that come through.
okay. Just wanted to
They
make sure.
called hands-free instead of new IQ. So we reached out to Joe Carter, their supervisor, and said, hey, please remind them that they are not to call hands-free. They should be calling new IQ. But yeah, that was just the service call. But I saw that yesterday. I saw that come across yesterday. So
Okay.
yeah, it'll get paid. But yeah, because technically the guardhouse is yours, but if you have those, just send the stuff to accounts payable.
Okay,
Because I see it and Sherry sees it. We both have access and we'll get that pushed through. She did ask me about it as well. And yeah, they messed up. They called the wrong company, but it's taken care of. So
okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a problem with receiving it.
Yeah.
It was
Sure.
my purview.
yeah, you kind of are doing like the guardhouse stuff in general. So,
Under 30,000.
no, you don't even get that much. Sorry. That's me.
Laura.
But you're good.
Well,
Yeah,
do we have an ETA on when the guardhouse is gonna be repaired?
I will give an update on that.
It's on the agenda.
Thank you.
Yep. All right. Any other questions on the financial?
Okay. And you ready for next item?
Let me close this. Blow this up a little bit for you.
Recent voids in the rains. But notice at the base of some of the new streetlight poles. I noticed a couple, just yesterday. So we're pending a response from FPL for the resolution, as I understand.
And the painting, it was done. The painting was done. Transformers were removed. I paid those bills. And then the voids were working on that. Pressure washing, again, we won't talk about that until October. Because that's in your budget for next year. Your road stuff is,
Yeah, we're still on schedule as far as I know.
yep, I haven't heard otherwise either.
Yeah, well, I'll get with Patricia. We'll put out a community reminder, even though the reminder was out a few weeks ago.
Yep, now that they'll be picking up again next week, that's a good idea. There's that. They are actively working on your posts. Replacing the remaining non-compliant sign posts and stuff inside the community. Mark has been sending pictures daily. Well, again, the same with the bridge, no update, because that started for next year. Nice, short, sweet. The kids. You guys
Any
had a lot of stuff
questions?
going on this year.
Yeah, we have. Well,
All right.
Done too.
This is not something that I'm expecting you guys to do today. This is something that I would like you to ponder. This is the next, what is this? 7 or 8?
Well,
8A. So when the subcommittees were established, there were very broad definitions for the expectations of the subcommittees. And I have to give the landscape subcommittee kudos because they submitted an amazing document. That's weird. Somebody's giving me feedback. It's not muted. It's Patricia. Mute. So sorry.
So you're wanting a more detailed document?
Yeah, they basically submitted like a job description, so for the chair and vice chair and the committee in general. For what their expectations are, basically, like, what is your role? What are you, what are you expected to do? Like, what are your approval limits? How do you guys interact with each other? When do you interact with each other? Who's taking responsibility for what? Like, you guys have done a good job of kind of divvying yourselves up. Like, you take the notes, Rich, you kind of handle all the police and guardhouse stuff and the safety signs, the speed signs. So everybody kind of has their own little area. And,
Yeah, Jennifer handles the PPERD and.
yep, the P-PERT
And
stuff.
post orders.
She does a good
Yep.
job.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like that. So they did such a good job with theirs that we didn't want to have just their subcommittee have that. So what I would like you guys to do is just kind of jot down some stuff. We can bring it back next time. If you want to send it to the agenda items email, and we'll compile all of it and put it together, and I can
Okay.
present it to you
All right.
next month then.
Good.
Or I'd like to put that in at the start of the next fiscal year so we can talk about it in August and September, and then hopefully implement all that across all of the subcommittees in October.
Do you have a PD outline or form, or is there a way you would like that?
No,
submitted?
not at this point, no. They just sort of listed it out.
Draft?
Yep, it's just like, here it is, and we'll come up with a format. We haven't decided on that yet.
Yeah.
It's more about, at this point, I think it's more about talking and deciding on what the responsibilities are and like who is going to do them. And then we'll kind of put that, like, we'll put it in, we have a job description format for staff, and we can kind of do something similar to that. We can talk about layout. We're not married to anything at this point. It's more of just getting everything together, getting the expectations in one place, and then deciding on
Okay.
agreeing on what they are.
Yeah, I looked at further down the exhibit. It talks about scopes and focus.
Yeah, that's the very broad, this
And it
is
is
from the
broad.
resolution, so we get down to,
This
Because we take on roads, walks.
this is Cece. I was thinking we could use theirs as a model.
Yeah.
And then just fill in what applies to us.
yeah, so this is the bones of what you guys have. It's a very, very high level.
Okay.
Okay.
Laura, do you have a copy of the?
Lance?
The landscape one, I can send it to you guys.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, Cece speaking, could we perhaps suggest a date we get these submitted prior to the next meeting? We're not allowed to write to each other, so
I would say since the next meeting is the 27th, we have to have everything published by the 20th. If you could get it to us by the 17th, which is a Monday, August 17th, that gives us 3 days to compile it and get it ready to go on.
okay, and if you could, Cece again, if you could send us that sample of what landscape did,
Yeah.
that would be very nice.
I can do that.
Okay.
Either Georgia or I'll send it out.
Can I just add one thing? As you know, I was doing the interim official notes, which I really haven't been doing the last few months. And the purpose was to get ahead of what we have to wait, rightfully so, for AI to produce.
Mhm.
So people who are not at today's meeting, who we would want their input on this, who will advise them that we'd like, give
Well,
them
Bill-
the background and say, we'd like you to chip in too.
What they'll do when we send this out is I'll put the background in it when I send it out to you guys, or like for our discussion in the meeting today or yesterday, I'll get to it today or tomorrow. Attached is the landscape subcommittee. Please give input, to provide it by whatever. We'll put all that in there. So that way you guys have it too. The expectations are all in the email.
Okay, appreciate it. Speaking of their email, by the way, CC again, I've been getting all sorts of spam on that
Yeah, just do it.
thing. I mean, I thought that was
Yeah.
the primo site.
Oh, no, we get into.
Yeah,
Yeah, we get into.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions on this topic? For the next.
Okay, so the update on the gatehouse repairs. I got in contact with the insurance company for the company that hit your gatehouse. Their adjuster came out last week, I think it was, or maybe it was Monday. Mark Rothenberger is running with this one. He's keeping us in the loop since he's the maintenance supervisor for us. So he's under Paul.
Yeah.
So he's running with this. We are having a hard time getting people to respond, to give us quotes to repair the damage.
Okay.
He's sent out 5 or 6 different ones, and so far only one place has responded, and that was yesterday. So, we requested a structural, inspection of the building just because of the cracks and how far that
Right.
stuff goes, because they hit it good. So we're waiting for that as well. So right now, all I can tell you is that we're working on it. It's moving kind of slow, but it is moving. So I will keep you guys posted if we hear anything else, but at this point, we're working with their insurance company. We're trying to get people to give us quotes to get it fixed, and we still are waiting for the inspection to happen. So,
All right. And I'll put out to the committee, let's look at ways, come up with ideas, some ways to help with signage or something.
that's my other topic.
That's your other topic?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you can go ahead. Mark had actually done some, Mark Rothenberger, our Mark, had done some research, and I know that we had brought this up in the past and it kind of got kiboshed because you guys didn't like the way that it looked.
Yeah.
But those drive-through, like the kind of drive-through
Mm.
bars with the clearance sign thing, he has resurrected that. And that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, is to
Okay.
have something like that put out there. I just want to know if that's something that you're willing to entertain. If you are, then I will have him start doing a little more research into it. He's dabbled
We
in it and looked at a few things. I think, and we from staff perspective, I think that it's time, because that thing has been hit so many times now. I know it's not pretty, but it's better than having a banged up gatehouse. So,
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I was
We'll look at
objecting
that.
last time, because people didn't like the way it looked.
yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's so important. I didn't.
And you are getting a bigger sign on the front of the building too. It will be MUTCD compliant size, which it was not before. So that will, the 9-foot 6-inch sign will be proper size this time.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that is a non-negotiable, but the bar, I wanted to run that by you guys before we started doing any kind of research. So, I'll work with Mark and, we'll get some pictures and prices and stuff for you guys next
Yeah.
time. So,
We'll,
I'm
we'll,
glad.
we want to look at all different ways, even, I don't know, it's probably not structurally feasible to raise it. But that suggestion has come up.
Sure.
we had talked about that too, but how high is high enough?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
13.5 foot is the legal limit, but
Yeah,
18-wheel.
or
But-
you just put a sign out that all trucks have to go through the.
yes,
the
there's no
resident
sign.
lane. I'm like,
When you see it, it just says guests and vendor and
Yeah.
guests
No, it
and
said
residents.
it said 9 foot, but it did say 9 feet 3 inches or something like that. It did say that.
Yeah,
no,
but
we're talking about
that's-
putting a sign
No,
that when
I
you come in,
understand.
that the trucks just go,
Right.
yeah,
Don't even think about
yeah. If you're not sure, just go to
Right.
the right.
and I'll put together an agenda item on it, more detail and more
Okay.
thoughts.
And I said, I'll have Mark do some more digging, get some some ballpark pricing with some pictures of some different things that we can maybe do, and you can talk about that
Talk through
next
it.
time.
See,
Rich Glover, I just wanted to put my own 2 cents worth in.
Sure.
I'm pleased to see that they're gonna do an examination of the structure. It's been hit so many times. I wonder what the structure really,
right.
condition really is.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
last time, the cracking is quite extensive compared to
Okay.
the other times it's been hit, which is why we asked for the
Yeah.
inspection.
Yeah. Bridgetown, their height, it's a similar structure size or type, but their height is 11 foot 6 inches. And they say even from the person I talked to there, that they've even come close to being hit. But they haven't been hit, but they have a sign there that's got the height on it. I wish they had a sign going to the side, but they say it's big enough because the gate's at the back. So the trucks come to the side, they're right there where the guard comes out. Another part of the agenda would be talking about maybe moving the gate back to where the trucks would pull right up to the gate, and the guard is right there.
So you're talking about moving it to the front, closer to the street?
Now moving the entrance gate
Oh,
back,
okay.
even with the guard shack. That goes also into the other agenda item. So,
Okay.
as I said, I haven't had time to flesh it all out, but I want to bring it to the committee and the thoughts and see what we
Okay.
can do.
So I have my take back from that. Thank you for your input.
Question, Ted Charlton, where would this hanging bar E.
We would have to figure that out. I don't know. I didn't want to have, oh yeah, definitely far enough
Have
in
a
advance. that
picture
they
or an
could-
example of it.
That's what I'll bring next
Maybe.
time. Yeah, because we'll get that. Actually, let me see. Well, Mark sent me something yesterday.
I don't know. There's something there that just people are not seeing, or not thinking about. Running up to that entrance. They all want to come right to that because that's where the guard's at. You know,
Here,
the gate out this way, 75, 100 feet back. They have to stop at the gate. Then they have to get out and go to the guard, or the guard has to.
it
come
was
back.
something like this.
And it backs up traffic. So,
Exactly.
Why can't we have?
just thoughts.
This
Well,
is
why
a, this
can't
is
we
the
have
peak
like
one.
2 lasers up here, and if the laser beams don't hit, there's a gate before the building that comes down.
That's clever.
Or like this.
You know what I mean?
Mhm. I know
You have two poles,
Some
they have a laser light.
Makes sense.
Yeah, we
When
had
that
talked about
laser
that.
beam gets broken, a gate comes down before you get to the building,
You can't get you too tall, right?
huh?
That would say you're too tall.
Yeah,
But you still have to have poles to have the beam. go
yeah, you
across.
have to have the poles back here at the beginning. Not, right like 30 feet in front of the building.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
good idea.
Well, that's what we're here for, is the brainstorm to try to come up with different ideas. Then we'll vet them
I
all.
know they make
find out
those
what's
because
the
I've
best.
seen.
That sounds like
Okay.
something we should definitely consider.
Think about that and we'll bring it to our next meeting.
Laura, this is Marty. Is there any consequences for the guard that was on duty that day?
I can't speak to that. That's a wiser issue. We made them aware. I viewed the video, outside and inside the gatehouse and gave it back to their supervisor. We have no say in what happens for that, so I don't know.
Don't you have,
I told them what I found, so.
Thank you.
do we have a way, CC Haas, do we have a way as client to say, yeah, we'll keep your contract, but we don't want that guy on our site
You can
anymore?
request it, yeah, but
I mean, just saying,
is that something that you'd like me to do?
I just
We-
suggesting it as a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, that we can absolutely
We don't know
request.
exactly what happened.
We don't
Could have
really
been done
know
with
who's
something
fault,
else
you know.
at the time. I
Well,
don't,
I can tell you that he did hold the gate open for the guy to come through, so that's what I saw. He pushed the button to lift the gate, to let the guy come through.
oh,
So,
at that near
You know,
one,
the point
under
is,
the
on
100.
the other hand, you can't expect the guard to be measuring the height of every truck that's coming in, you know what I mean?
And that's exactly
Could
what
have just been a
the
judgment.
driver of the vehicle had said the same thing. He said it wasn't the guard's responsibility to know that I was too tall, so.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
Again, that's where
Okay.
these bars would come in handy, because the guy would have known that he was too tall.
CC Haas, can we just stay on the front gate for a second? What about, and it was last month's meeting, I believe, we've been talking about bits of equipment. that
That's what
just
this is
got-
right here.
Okay, coming next.
Yep, that's what we're looking at right
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
Yep. So the estimate that we got for this is around $12,500 to clean it all, because there's a lot of wiring in there. Paul did a pretty good job of laying this out here. It's that there's high voltage, low voltage. It's a mess. In order to get it all cleaned up, do it properly, make it safe, we have to involve both New IQ and Bentley Electric to be in there messing around
The old
with
guy
it.
and the new guy.
Well, Bentley is our electrician and New IQ is in charge of the gates. So they're the ones that do the gate stuff. So it's a combination of both of them
Right.
that we need to do it. But in order to get that done, it would be, that's what it would take to get that done. It is 12,000.
Well, this is Jay Gann. When that is done, will it have power routed or junction boxes available where you could route power in case we wanted to move the gate back and the card reader back?
That was not something that was discussed when this was done.
Wonder if
so I
that's something
don't know.
that it could be modified, scope modified for that.
And then a junction box shouldn't be a big deal.
No,
It shouldn't be, but if the wiring is not run to that
It's done by the
size,
Same guys at the same time though.
it may not.
This is CC. Any speaking of them also restoring the site in terms of the landscaping and stuff?
Well, once this gets cleaned up, they should be able to get in there, because I know that part of this came from landscape.
Landscape is the one that really started.
Yes.
Okay,
Since the infrastructure, the power comes to the gatehouse,
okay.
that's really our responsibility.
It's kind of like it goes across both.
It goes across.
Yeah, they're responsible for the landscaping, but in order for them to get in there and be safe, we have to make sure this gets cleaned up.
And he said the junction boxes or something is like $3,500 for the certain concrete boxes. So that's one of the bigger expenses.
We just want to make sure that we do it right.
Do it right.
Yes, if we're gonna do it, let's clean it up and do it right. Make sure we know what we have and that everything that works and is safe, and things that don't work go away. And
that we're sure that we won't use them again, that maybe they should be sealed off and secured.
well, I don't know if they'll get rid of the stuff where the wires are dead. I mean, that would just I'm
Yeah.
assuming that would just be buried and,
Seal it.
yeah.
Buried and sealed.
Mhm.
Okay,
But I'd hate to
Remember-
spend that money and not have the wiring done. That's what Paul says. If we're gonna do anything about moving the gates or the readers back,
you're gonna need resources.
No,
yeah, it could be done at the same time as this is done, at a much less cost.
Since they're already in there.
Since they're already in there
Yeah.
doing,
So that would,
So-
that would add on to the cost, so I'll talk to Paul about that, since he was the one working with them for the quotes, and see what we can do.
to modify,
Mhm.
and I can get with him and show him exactly what I'm talking.
Yeah, I'll have him connect with you.
All right. So is that something where we need to either table this or make a motion to modify scope or?
I guess if you're changing the scope of the work, then we need to come back to you with a quote to do what you're asking for, so that's gonna have to wait. Oh, or unless you
Thanks.
want to take a guesstimate of what do you think it would cost and say we approve the project up not to exceed a certain dollar
Yeah,
amount, that's an
I
option as
wouldn't
well.
know. Off the top of my head, I wouldn't know what that really
yeah,
looking
no.
at.
So you're gonna try to do all those like that gray box? Is that what you're gonna try to do?
I think so. I don't think I've got a
We were
picture
replacing
with me.
Well,
new waterproof joints, replace conduit and wiring. It was. Oh, new IQ is doing it,
yeah, 12, see that gray box in that picture?
The one at the
right
top
there.
left, yeah.
You're gonna try to do all those round ones like the gray box?
It's all of them up there.
I'm not sure what they're gonna put in.
Cause see, those gray boxes, they have screws to hold the lid down.
Yep.
Those round ones, I have one of those in Prado.
Oh, yeah, they pop off. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mentioned last meeting, there's a green lid that goes on that.
Yeah.
So I went, and took two screws and just screwed the lid to the black thing there.
Yeah, you can see where there's holes. Like,
Yeah, cause,
like
yeah, but
here.
it doesn't hold. That doesn't hold.
Yeah,
So I just
I would
screwed
assume
two
they would put
screws in
proper
it for
junction
now.
boxes.
Well, there's 6 or 7 concrete junction boxes. Is what my understanding from Paul was on there. So I wonder if we're replacing that with the junction box. I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
better off. Whether it be
Or if that's
plastic or whether it be
needed. He
concrete.
says it's
you're better off
just
filling
all a
this
mess.
stuff
He's got low voltage, high voltage, all of it, all mixed together. They're
Somebody's
not
dead,
marked
alive. Yeah,
and you'll know. So it's
You
something
gotta
that
be
needs to
careful
be
with
fixed,
that.
but
that's why you hire the electricians.
that's
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Is this something that can be, well, I'm looking at costs now, this gigantic. You know, since we're already over for the year and everything.
Well, you do have,
If we look at,
Yeah, but in that budget line,
money. And let me go back. No.
money by the budget line,
My looking for it, financial summary. You have R&M Gatehouse, you have a good chunk of that is about half you still have in the budget for this year. If it's 12.5, you've got $6,300 still left on that line. And then you have, oh, sorry, that's utilities, R&M Gatehouse. You have a bunch of money. You have $23,000 left on the R&M Gatehouse
budget
line.
line, but we're
Yeah.
overall.
But you've budgeted for it for this year, so. I know you've gone over on some other stuff, but you have enough money on the budget line itself to do it.
Well, I mean, think
some of
about-
this is gonna go away, this R&M streetlights, because
Right,
I have
that's-
carry forward from last year that has to get applied to that, so that will actually, most of that will go
It's
away.
always.
Yeah, most of that will
confused
go
on that
away.
anyway. So
Because it was supposed to be done last year,
Or-
it didn't get done until this year.
make a motion to, modify the scope, not to exceed 15,000. That sound reasonable?
If you're saying that those boxes cost $3,500 a piece and you want a couple of them put in there, I would think
I
that,
don't know if it's adding any or not. Maybe just moving them. I don't know.
okay.
That's something I need to be on the ground with Paul, to find out exactly what he's talking about here and there.
Or a different ceiling procedure.
And then if the estimate comes back at above 15, they'll bring it back to committee.
I think we should make a motion to do something today, because we're not here next month.
We haven't decided that yet.
Most probably not.
Probably not. I
But
can't be
yes.
here next month.
I can't
You
either.
can't either.
Yeah.
I'm not here. The
I
meeting.
was gonna do
My,
it.
my suggestion, because you still have $23,000 in your thing, would do the not to exceed 20, but we'll try. Obviously, we're not gonna go high if we don't have to. I know, my heart is kind of going pounding too, but you
Yeah.
do have enough room in your budget to accommodate that. And I don't know what that $3,500 per box thing is for. So
Yeah,
I don't know what's there. I don't know what they need to move. Obviously, we will try, we will do
pretty
it
quick and we go out and
less
look at it.
as
You can tell me.
possible, right? And then that way that frees you up to go, obviously less is
Yeah.
better, but it does give you some wiggle room. And you're still under your budget for
Right.
that line for the year, even if we go up to
So-
20.
If
So,
you put it off, it would.
because
it would
you'd
probably
be
take
putting it
to
off until
October,
September, they
November
wouldn't get here
to get
until,
it all done.
yeah. I mean, I'm not pushing, I'm just saying I would be
What's the
comfortable.
thoughts on that? Not to exceed 20?
20. So I'll put that in the form of a motion, John Morbido, that we revise the bid, do what we got to do to put these boxes in, not to exceed $20,000 at the gatehouse.
Modify the scope to,
And you're gonna meet with
Well,
Paul before we move forward with that,
yes.
okay?
Stacy Haas seconds it.
because in the end,
I mean, that gives us 2 months.
in the end,
to get
before we move
something.
that, I'd also have to talk to PPCA because that card reader box
Belongs to them.
belongs to them. And as I understand it, that's part of their expense if we would move it back. So it's more than just a one meeting solution. But I'll put that all in an agenda item talk.
Okay, so you have a motion from JP, seconded by CC to move forward with a not to exceed of 20,000, but Jay will meet with Paul to discuss the
Modify
changes to the scope before.
Okay.
Correct. There's a motion on the floor. We got to vote.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
5-0. Yep.
Rock.
I know. I feel ya. I feel ya.
I know.
We're cheap. We'll do what we can.
No, I know, it's a big year, it's a big year doing all everything, this striping.
But think
which
of how
I know
nice it's
costs-
gonna be when
it's
it's all
gonna be-
done. Yeah, it'll be nice when it's
gonna
all
be
done.
well done.
Yep.
Okay,
All right, so last month, you guys talked about possibly canceling the August meeting and you tabled it to this month to discuss. Sounds like that's probably gonna happen, but do you need to talk?
yeah,
about
I mean,
that?
well,
Are you,
I can't be here next month. CC can't be. I don't know. I don't know on Jennifer for sure if she was gonna be or not. Are there any items that absolutely have to be voted on next month that we foresee?
from my perspective, from staff perspective, with the exception of what you guys just talked about, that's really it. I think next month will be a lot of updates because you got your paving project going on, you got the sign project going on, then the gatehouse
Right.
repairs going on. It's
Purchase
more,
orders, you're gonna freeze them.
yeah,
because-
purchase orders are freezing. They'll be frozen before you even have your next meeting. So,
Oh,
I think next month would just be a lot of updates.
okay.
So,
Well, this Jay Gann, I put a motion to cancel the August meeting for this year.
Seconded by CC.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
Okay, and I mentioned this before. I want to make sure everybody understands I won't be here in September.
You will or won't?
Won't
Won't.
go north
Okay,
at a wedding.
all right. And then you're Will you be here in
I'll be here in
October?
October and that'll be my last.
Last day. Okay. So
I'm
we'll have
leaving
to- when we get to that point, we'll have to.
Both mentally and physically.
I have,
What's that?
Leaving Pelican?
No, no, not until the coroner carries me.
he's resigning from the committee.
That's why I got an elevator in my place. They can fill me out.
I just wanted to remind you guys that, October also will be my last meeting when I'll be here in person, unless there's something that comes up that I need to attend in person. Randy Paniagua has moved over and become our Assistant Public Works Manager.
Oh,
So
okay.
he's helping Paul. So
Okay.
Randy is gonna take, ponds and landscape, and I will be transitioning this subcommittee back to Paul. I'll still be online and I'm still obviously available here. I'm still liaison for Pelican. That's not changing. But, I'm gonna transition the meetings back to him. So I'll be here in October with him, but I'm gonna let him run the meeting. And so that'll be my last one. Then.
Now we ran.
That'll be, no, Paul.
Oh,
Paul is keeping you guys, but
Okay.
Randy is taking the other two.
Okay.
And I still have P-PAC. So, but I'll be transitioning that back to, Paul
Okay.
at the October meeting. So just letting you know.
All right.
The second thing that I want to talk about, and I want to actually thank Rich and Paul for this. You guys have a huge win. We had some issues with All Traffic Solutions with getting the units that were shipped back. The ones that they sent over were not the same ones that we sent back, even though they said they were the same ones that were sent back. We thought we were getting new units. We ended up getting refurbished units. And so Paul was going back and forth with them. And this is why I love people from Wisconsin. They apologized for the mess up and how long everything was taking. They agreed to let us keep the 2 refurbished units that we got, and they are sending us 2 new units as well at no charge. So we got 2 free units out of All Traffic. So thank you for building that relationship and Paul for working with them.
He's been hands-on.
Yeah, so you guys will have a total of 6 now then, right? 8. No, it's 8. Yeah, because the 2 that were coming were made it 6. So you'll have 8. So you'll have 2 units you could keep in reserves if you have to rotate them out, or whatever, or put them out, whatever you decide to do.
Yeah,
But you'll
that's,
have a total of 8. So we got 2 free refurbished units basically. So,
and 6 of the 8 will be all solar,
right.
and they're intended to go the other end of Pelican
And I know Mark was making sure that we had poles.
poles, right?
Yep, but we can't, wherever you decide to put them, they have to stay because we can't have poles, just poles on the ground.
Well,
So we
those
have
will
to
be
figure-
permanent.
Yeah.
So one on Prado will be the ones that we can move around.
But those won't be able to be on poles because we can't the poles have to go to, you can't have a pole with nothing on it. So I did talk to Mark about that.
Oh,
So, if you're gonna have mobile ones, they'll have to be
well, yeah.
mobile, yeah, or you'll just have to pick a spot and they have to live there. But we can't install a pole and not put a
Put
unit
something on it.
Correct,
Even if we were periodically moving them back there.
correct. Yeah, the pole has to have something on it. You can't have just a pole. So it's a weird quirky MATCD
We'll live
government
with it.
thing, yeah.
We'll live with
So,
This is
Yeah.
with a question about that. The notice this morning as I was driving out on the bridge that extends Cypress Grove into the Casella area. There are 2 poles with nothing on them, new poles
they could be in process. I know they're working
in
on stuff
process.
right now.
to install what on them.
They're doing the signs now, so I'm
Signs,
not, yeah,
updated signs.
yeah.
You can't imagine what they do.
Some signs come out,
This year?
some extra signs come
We're
in.
at Cece's neighborhood.
And
I don't know. I mean, there's bike lane signs that's got to go up.
Okay, no problem. I just saw the new poles.
Yeah, no, the signs, all that sign work is in progress right now.
Ceceville.
Oh, is there a crosswalk there
No, I don't believe so.
on
but
Casella?
We do still have a sign that is a carryover from when everything was under construction. That's, as you enter Casella 1, it says no construction vehicles,
Yeah, I mentioned that to Paul,
oh, yeah.
Okay.
and we'll have to do a double check, triple check on signs and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I know that the stuff came on Monday. Yeah, the truck showed up with all the signs and the poles and everything on Monday. Poor Mark was out there all by himself unloading it. So it all came. There was something else and I just completely lost it. Oh, well.
Oh, I got one item just mentioned, there's a pothole, pavers when you come in the front gate. We're gonna get that fixed. That's unexpected expense. It's not that much, but it's actually breaking the pavers, so we gotta get it fixed now.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a Solera, there's pavers that have raised going in, so it's kind of a bump. We're gonna look at that too. See whether we need to fix it now or later.
This is Rich Glover. Might as well add to the list. When I was walking my dog the other day, right across the street on the sidewalk, there is a new shift in two of the sidewalk sections.
Probably oak roots,
Pardon me?
probably oak roots underneath.
Well, I'm not sure,
Have-
but
give us a
anyways, I took a
location.
picture of it. So whoever I submit that to,
Yeah,
it's new and
you're,
it's
you're
not,
better off going right on the website and doing that
See
quick
quick
fix thing, because you
fix.
can pin right exactly
Okay,
where it is and
yeah.
go right where to go. And then you can submit your picture so we can see it, but you can drop a pin right where it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
That
It'll have a reference number, a tracking number. But
Yep, and then they'll let you know when it's done or if it's in progress and all that.
It's just yesterday I noticed. it, so-
And I remember what my thing was. When I came in, it didn't tell me how fast I was going. I was not speeding. I was going 30, but it didn't see when I came in the gate this morning, I didn't see, the sign didn't light up and tell me what my speed was.
Oh,
So
well, every once in a while.
And once in a while, they.
maybe I was going slow enough that it didn't care. And I was
But-
going 30, so,
I think it might have been. Yeah, okay.
but it didn't tell me. I was like, I wanted to see if it was right. I'm like, my speedometer says 30, but the sign says
0.
0. It didn't say anything. It was just black.
Uh,
So
yeah, no.
that was the other thing that it slipped and I remember.
If ever that happens to me, I go back around and it usually lights. So
So I'm
I
driving a
don't know if
giant
it's-
truck and I usually drive a Miata, so I'm like, I just forward, going forward.
Okay.
That was
Alright.
my other thing. All right,
So
so
our
no meeting next month. So your next meeting will be in September.
September 24th.
JP will not be here.
Right.
What I have to follow up with will be, you guys are gonna give me all of that stuff, which will actually give you a little more time to get for your, I'll call it a job description, your roles and responsibilities. So you'll have a little extra time for that since you won't be meeting in August. The gatehouse repairs, I will have our Mark go ahead and get some of that. and We'll give you an update on that in September. The front entrance, you're gonna meet with Paul.
Yes.
We have a not to exceed of $20,000 to get that done, so we don't drag that out to a vote on in September. And that's all that I wrote down.
Remind me, when we paint the lines again,
August 10th and 11th.
Yeah,
August 10th and 11th.
And that's everywhere, even back in like Prado, if there's a side street, it's got a stop bar that too.
Right.
So
Okay. I have one more thing. I brought this up over a year ago. I think Jennifer was going to look into it, whether she did or not, I don't know. But we have a couple places where the pavement is like this. I don't know, in a car, you don't feel it that bad, but in a golf cart, you're like this. If you're coming out of Prado and you're coming, at the second roundabout, and what's that called there? Cypress?
Yeah.
Cypress Grove.
Because how,
When you're coming out of Prado and you get to the second roundabout and you make a right onto Cypress Grove, that's one of the worst ones. It's like when you make the turn, your golf cart goes, it's not going to kill anybody or anything right now, but I just wanted to bring that up to make a note on it. Because maybe down the road, somebody's got to look at that to see if there's a store line underneath that's starting to collapse or roadway starting to wash away
I'll look at
underneath
that
or
too. I
something.
come through there all the time and I've never noticed it, so I'll look at it.
Yeah, when you go around a turn, you'll notice it. And there's another one on Prado, East Prado too. It's like you got the round right down past your house. Well, you got the round lid
Mhm.
and right near there, it's real bad. Those are the two worst ones that I've noticed. It's right down past Rich's house.
Which I don't know where Rich lives, so.
Well,
We'll get
that's where those
a
quick fix things are super helpful, because you
Yes.
can drop the pin.
Drop them.
Yeah,
location. That way. then
I'm taking notes, but yes,
Figure
those
out.
are really helpful.
Structure and trackability.
Yeah.
Is it on Prado Street from Cypress to
it's
Pistoia?
on Prado
So-
Circle down,
Prado Pistoia?
the Patata.
Yeah, you got Pistoia going this way, you go this
Prado
way to Rich's.
Pistoia
Right.
Circle. And, you come in at 6 o'clock or around and out 9 o'clock and down by me.
Right. And it's down that way, maybe 200-300 yards.
Yeah.
Okay, take a ride and see.
When you go to see Click Fix, make sure you pick the right organization.
Yeah, they're supposed to be working on that because you guys are on the borderline of Fort Myers and Gateway. Sometimes it defaults to Fort Myers depending on where you are.
Right.
So make sure you send it to Gateway. They've been better about sending them to us. A lot of times they'll just close them and nothing will happen. So
I have one more thing.
Okay.
And I don't know what the update is on this, Laura, maybe you know. Down on West Prado where I live, okay? The fence is broken in 4 places. Paul was working on it with Pelican. Have you gotten any updates on if the fence is going to be fixed or?
they are trying to get somebody in there to fix it right now. We made some headway, I guess, PPCA
Yeah.
working on it. They're aware they were having a hard time getting anybody even to come and look at it. They do not make that fence anymore.
Right,
So they had to find a comparable fence to
Right.
put in, and my understanding is that they have found that. So
Okay.
now it just needs to be repaired.
Right.
So that was the problem, is they couldn't get the fence anymore, so they
yeah,
did.
the main fence where somebody went like this to break in or do whatever they did, I can understand that. But when you go, the main fence
Yep.
behind our houses
It's
like this,
over.
then there's a big fence like that, and there's a big hole like somebody drove a car through it. I'm like,
Yep.
how's that possible?
Yep, that should be fixed. I don't know what the ETA of the new fencing is, but that was the holdup, is that they were not able to get that same
Okay.
fence and they needed to find something that looked similar.
Right, and that's fine with all that, but we still got to go back and figure out who in the hell tore this fence up like this. That's your job.
Forensics.
I mean, come on, I mean.
It's not the only
there's a hole
location,
Big
too.
enough to drive a freaking golf cart through.
And some of it's GSCDD, and a lot of it's PPCA.
Right,
The perimeter fence is
Right.
PPCA.
Where did we just
But
have
over in that
along
corner. Yeah.
along the road there, the access road?
Right.
Yeah. It's all the weirdness, like who actually owns it. And then I said for them, it was just trying to find fencing that would match, because they
Okay.
can't get that anymore.
All
So,
right.
and my understanding is that that's been identified and was ordered and should be fixed soon.
Right. Well, I questioned the Ameriscape 6 different ways from Sunday. They swear they had nothing to do with that, so.
They've broken the emergency access gates a few times, just pulling on them to open them because they are supposed to ask for permission to get in
Yeah.
and they don't. So,
Okay.
All right.
Any other items for discussion?
Just really go to the order. You noticed, you just mentioned, signs are back up on Pelican Reserve Boulevard. The street signs. And, I did a study from the 9th when we put them up to yesterday. And there's a significant increase in speed over a period of time. We haven't had any monitoring since
Yeah.
last March, like significant. So, anyways, next month I'll have a report.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that. If there's no signs there. I like when the signs, when the monitors hit 35 and flash,
Like, you like that or don't like that?
like it.
Yeah, I can adjust all that. Some of them have them up, some of them have them lower. Depends on where the big problems
Right.
are.
But that's a reminder for people
Yeah.
to see,
I can adjust.
and slow down. Okay. All right. Do we have a motion?
Oh,
To
let
adjourn.
me just add something to that comment, Rich Glover, on the speed monitors. The police officers are significantly writing more written warnings and citations. At Trieste in particular.
Yeah.
Like up to 10 a shift of 4
Wow.
hours.
that's a lot.
Just yesterday, he wrote,
You guys don't mess around in here.
Yeah.
Well, the community's gotten tired of it. Just too many,
I saw that just now.
just running the
You
stop
just
sign.
ran 2 stop signs.
Yeah.
A silver SUV.
All
Need a
right.
motion to adjourn?
Yes.
John Morbido, make a motion to adjourn.
We have a second.
Second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All
All right,
opposed?
I'll see you in October.
11:50.
And a sweet. 11:50.
That was